why would you be here? But if you don't know who I am, I'm a voice actor. I also do YouTube. I do skits and other fun stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's your opinion on Italia?
My thoughts on Italia?
Yeah.
I've never seen Italia.
It's the country you thought about.
Apologies to people who like Italia, I guess. But yeah, I haven't seen it. But I know of it. Yeah.
What anime are you watching this season? What's your favorite?
I'm always, what am I watching this season? I'm always behind some, like, watching, right now I'm watching Hina Matsuri. That's but yeah, I usually wait till stuff is done and then I just kind of watch it straight through. How about you there? Yes.
Do you listen to K-pop?
I do listen to K-pop. Hush falls over the room. Yeah. You there?
Me?
Yep.
So I saw you in an elevator and I had no idea how to say hi and I love your YouTube videos, so how would you recommend approaching someone?
Hi, I love your YouTube videos. I mean, I usually am happier when people are more chill, you know. But you know, I get it. If you're excited, and you scream or whatever. But just know that it's a little awkward for me if you were in a public place and you're just screaming at me. But yeah, at a con setting, if I'm like on my way, I'm probably trying to get somewhere. So if you ask me for like a selfie or something, I'm probably gonna be like, not right now because I gotta go. And some people are like, getting like mad and I'm like, I gotta go. Like, I have autograph sessions that are literally just for that. But which by the way, it's at what, 3? I think it's at 3. So if you want like a picture or signs or anything, it's free. Just come by. It's totally cool. I would just say, but if you happen to stumble upon me outside of the con, just, hey, I like your stuff. Yeah, if you want a picture, that's probably fine. Except because I'm probably not terribly busy. Yeah, just keep it chill. I think people, when you meet like a famous person or whatever, I think just treat them like, you know, they're just a person like you. And you know, I get it if you like get excited, but I usually prefer people who are chill. Anybody else? Yeah, in the hat. Yep.
Cool, okay. So your skits have a lot of recurring characters, and like Toto, Nexera, and Lysandra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, how do they all tie in?
How do all my characters and my skits tie in?
They don't.
Very weakly, like barely, like it's entirely me just making shit up as I go. Like I basically, if I do a video game skit, I'll try to tie it into that universe. But I am proud of the fact that I have actually established a canon. Like Archibald's death has been about 5 videos at this point. And I have a lot of fun with that. Like people are like, do you have like a plan, like a layout? No, it's entirely just making stuff up as I go. But I am proud of the fact that 90% of it fits within a canon, and you can kind of piece it together. But yeah, they just kind of whatever I need for the joke, basically. Yeah. Over there. Yeah.
What's your favorite collaboration or project that you worked on?
Favorite collaboration I've worked on? Anime Crimes Division. Which season 2 is coming, and I'm looking forward to that coming out soon. That was definitely one of the most rewarding and difficult things I've ever done, but especially season 2, which we shot like not that long ago. But that was easily my favorite. I love those guys. Yeah. Yep.
What are your
well, okay, but yeah, go ahead.
What are your thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 3 so far?
It looks dope. The story looks like garbage. Last one I played was 2, and I don't know what is going on. Why are these characters alive? Yeah.
Okay, who's best girl in a place further in the universe?
Oh, I forgot all their names. The one who wanted to go to Antarctica in the first place. Not the main girl, but her friend.
Shirase?
Yeah, probably. Long hair. Yeah. You there?
What's your favorite voice that's done aside from your own vocal voice?
Favorite voice I've done, like professionally?
Yeah, or in your skits.
Favorite voice to do just in life is this. I have a cat named Sophie, and voices like this. But in terms of stuff I've done, I don't know, probably like Lysander Roth or something because he's a dick. You there? Yep.
This is going to be controversial. Who, in your opinion, would you consider as the OTP of chair of anime?
That is controversial. You know, I can't choose favorites, but obviously the favorite of the fans is Tomoko and Refrigerator Senpai. Sorry about that. Yeah.
So when you did the rating husbands and wives, did anyone give you shit for some of your scores? Because I think you gave Griffith a 4 to 5.
Did I? I don't remember. Do people give me shit? Oh, yes. If I post any video online, people give me shit. But especially though, some people get really mad. By the way, I'm doing a live panel of that at this convention, so come to that. I think it's tomorrow, but yeah, in general, people give me shit online. You there?
Yeah, I was wondering, what's your favorite Phoenix Wright game?
Favorite Phoenix Wright game is Trials and Tribulations.
Awesome.
Yeah. How do I get on trending? Obviously, I pay. You'd know. That's what people think, or they think you pay Reddit. Who owns? Like, yeah, Mr. Reddit. Here's the money I'm gonna give you. Trending is weird. I think it's because there's a lot of people watch the skits initially, and then like. Because I already have a pretty big audience base, and then I don't use Reddit, but I'm aware that people post them on Reddit and they get spread a lot. And the trending page is interesting because obviously there's stuff on there that is just on there because companies are paying YouTube to do it, like movie trailers and stuff. Not always, but sometimes. I would just say I'm lucky, I guess, that a lot of people like those skits and tend to share them a lot, and that tends to help them trend. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah.
Hi,
Hi.
I am a DC-based actor, and I'm looking to get into voice acting. Once you set up a voice reel, like, where do you send it?
So it's gonna. Like, are you talking about online or what?
Yeah, like if you're trying to submit to different companies or something like that, where would you send it to?
It's tough because a lot of companies are not really looking for open submissions like that. Usually it's like you get referred or, what I would suggest because it's going to be, even if you, let's say, do send in a reel to somewhere in LA, it's going to be pretty much impossible for you to book work unless you're there.
Right.
But what I would suggest to you, if you're here, is there are stuff online. A friend of mine runs a forum called Voice Acting Club, and it's her name is Kira Buckland. She's a voice actress, Kira Buckland. So they're on that site, and sites like this, they have open auditions. They even have paid auditions on there for indie games, stuff that's even on consoles. I would suggest getting your start there. Because honestly, a lot of voice acting, getting into it is kind of who you know, which is unfortunate. But the way to sort of put your name out there is to get cast and stuff and start networking, and also I also highly recommend to people, just create your own stuff. Like, that's what I was doing in the beginning. We live in a time where you can just post stuff on YouTube and that showcases your work. It can only help you, basically. So I would say start putting stuff out there on your own if you like. Otherwise, there's I don't really use it, but like Casting Call Club. There's there are these sites you can find. Voice Acting Club I can vouch for because I know Kira. I was just doing that. because you never know. You do a good job with one indie game or something, they refer you to somebody else. You start, oh, like I'm in a game with this person, and then you meet that person. It kind of builds from there. That's how a lot of people my age kind of are getting in. Because before it was just like, hey, do you know a guy who can do this? I'll just call them. But now you can kind of get sort of build your sort of platform online. And then, but if you want to like go for like big leagues, you're gonna have to move to either LA or Texas, or there's some stuff in New York. But LA is like for like it's like the big stuff is there. Yeah.
Thank
Hope
you.
that answers your question.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you save your game?
In general, like
Yeah.
I do to a like excessive amount. Yeah. I always save my game way too much. Yeah.
The Ace Attorney can. Which city do you prefer, Los Angeles or Japan?
In my Ace Attorney, it's in Los Angeles, so that's what I prefer. Back there. Yep.
So what was your favorite thing, if you could tell us, about recording Anime Crime Division Season 2? Like, what was your favorite thing to set up?
I can't talk about it, but do people know the premise of what Season 2 is going to be? Season 2's premise, it's a story, like a continuing story, and the storyline is a serial killer is reenacting the most saddest anime deaths of all. So look forward to that. And I got to do some crazy stuff in this season, so I can't say what they are, but look forward to them. Yeah.
In that case, hope they get my good side.
Hope they get your good side. Oh, are you the serial killer?
No.
Oh, okay. That's terrifying. How about you there in the wig?
Do you miss doing vines?
Do I miss doing vines? Sorry, I'm setting an alarm so I don't go over time. What time does it start? 12:45? Okay, cool. Vine, I mean, I miss other people's vines more. I'm good with what I'm doing now. I'm basically doing Vine, but without a time limit, and I'm doing fine. But I miss watching other people's vines that they made. Yeah. Yep.
What's your OTP in SpongeBob SquarePants?
Obviously, Mr. Krabs Plankton, of course. Obviously. Yeah. Yep.
What's your
Oh, you first, then you. Yeah.
What's your favorite mecha anime?
Favorite mecha anime is Gurren Lagann.
Yeah!
And then who was that?
Who is your favorite Fire Emblem character?
Favorite Fire Emblem character is Lucina. Yeah. Yep.
What was one of the more challenging things about building a project like Anime Friends?
I would say the most challenging part is, frankly, memorizing lines in a very short amount of time. Because I'm the lead in it, so I'm in like almost every single scene, and so a lot of it was like the night before, because we shoot like 12-hour days, you know, get up at like 6, come home at like 6 p.m., like that kind of thing. So some nights it'd be like basically just look at the next day's lines and just kind of like, okay, I just gotta cram this into my head as efficiently as possible. Otherwise, physically, I mean, you have to do like take after take after take after take. Sometimes you're doing like an emotional scene, you gotta do it like 10 times, you know, in a row. With voice acting, you don't have to memorize anything. With some stuff, they send you a script beforehand and you can kind of go over it, but you don't have to memorize it, you just go and they give you a script. But when you're on camera, you don't get a script, you're basically just in the scene. So that and like, I had to do some, how can I say this? Some action-heavy stuff this season. So that I had to do some training and I had to do some rehearsal, and so that was a new experience, but very rewarding, but also very difficult. But yeah, both of you first, then you. Yeah.
What's a question you've always wanted to be asked?
That one, of course. I don't know. I've been asked everything at this point. Yeah.
What happens in your FedEx bucket?
Where's my FedEx package? It got there, like, basically, we called them and we're like, our package is not here. That was based off a real tweet that I made, and it was frustrating. But we got it, eventually. Yeah.
Hi, it's not really work related, but what's the weirdest thing you've eaten or lived?
Oh, it doesn't have to be work related. This is totally whatever. But, weirdest thing I've eaten?
Yeah, or licked.
Or licked? Weirdest thing. I've had some weird stuff, but you know what's one that I'm like, because usually I'm down to try anything. But one that I wasn't crazy about was jellyfish. Jellyfish was just kind of alright to me. Really? I'm just not as into it. I want it to be, but I'm not that into it.
It doesn't have a flavor, but like the texture.
You just said it doesn't have a flavor, so that's kind of the problem. Yeah. But it was okay. Yeah, red sleeve.
So in that collaboration video you did with Jello about the rating your anime-wise mangados and whatevers.
Yeah.
When Batch of Stampede was brought up, you said, I'm not 13, 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm not 13 anymore, so I don't care about Trigun anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not like, Bash Stampede is not like a big husband of mine. He's cool though. He's a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 is not a bad thing. That's.
Do you still like the anime?
I used to like it more than I did. I feel like it hasn't aged as well as I had liked it to, but yeah, that's pretty good. Let's.
Like, feel like when you first noticed that you were getting a lot of attention for your just stuff that you posted anyway.
What did it feel like getting attention for the first time? Like a big amount of attention?
Yeah.
It was interesting because I remember the exact night I started like getting a big YouTube following because it was Christmas Eve. It was like Christmas Eve, and like I was like, oh, there's like kind of a lot of subscribers subscribing. Oh, there's a lot of subscribers. It's not stopping. Like I basically at that time my goal was like maybe one day I'll hit 100,000. That's what I was like that Christmas Eve, and then now it's like 1.5 million. So it's definitely snowballed quite a bit beyond my expectations. I would say it was surreal. I started to notice it like kind of went to the next level when people would recognize me outside of conventions. Because like, you know, if I go to a convention, sure, people are gonna, you're all nerds, so you're gonna know who I am. But nowadays it's like, you know, if I go to a restaurant, go to the movies, you know, an airport, it's just like, people recognize me at this point. It's because of, you know, because of Vine and then YouTube, you know, I had, the face became much more recognizable. And, you know, people are like, oh, it's that guy I saw on Reddit, he's not that funny, or whatever. We'll take a picture with him, I guess. No, everyone who comes up is usually very nice. But yeah, that's kind of the biggest change, is getting recognized in public a lot more often now. But yeah. And then someone, yeah.
Oh, is there any lead role that you really, or supporting role that you haven't played that you'd really like to play?
A role I'd like to play? I mean, I'm down to play whatever. I mean, I've got some cool stuff coming up that I can't talk about yet, but I've gotten to do some stuff that have been like, kind of like bucket list things, but you'll hear about them later. So I'm pretty much good for whatever. Yes, my wife Anne Marie, yeah.
Descriptive of who you're calling on.
I need to be more descriptive about who I'm calling on. All right, next person. Who? You there with the Carnivine mask, and is that?
Yeah, you're
Are you wearing an Akatsuki outfit? Okay.
you with the hair.
Okay.
You with the
Well, you there in the third row with the Carnivine mask and the Akatsuki outfit. What is your question?
Cereal a type of soup?
Is cereal type of soup? It's not a soup. I'm cutting it there. No, none of these questions. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I'm not answering that shit. I saw some pants go down. Yeah.
What's the most memorable or crazy fan interaction you've ever had?
Memorable, crazy fan interaction? I haven't had anything like uncomfortable or like that. For me, I'm always very flattered when someone is like, hey, I like made a plushie, or like I drew this picture. You know, it's like that kind of stuff, it's like, wow, like you actually took the time to like make something that's very thoughtful. That's kind of a boring, sentimental answer, but I don't really have like a crazy fan interaction. I'm fingers crossed, not yet, but I'm sure it'll happen at some point. Maybe here.